Good morning, everyone. I hope you're well. Welcome back to school. It's great to see you this morning. What a beautiful sunny day as well. It always does this. You have the last week of August where the weather's a bit ropey, and then you have the first week of September and the weather's wonderful. So there we are. Anyway, I hope you've had a good break. It's wonderful to see you all back into school, and it's wonderful to see school a bit more normal. And you'll have opportunity to see more of your friends, which will be great. We don't have to stick rigidly to our bubbles. I just wanted to share with you, I don't know what you've done over the summer, but I had a lovely time, and here's a few things that I did. So, let's have a look. So in the top corner, we've got my daughter Elsie enjoying ice cream. We ate lots of ice cream this summer. Summer's always great for ice cream. We went to a family friend's party. Their daughter turned 3, and they had an ice cream van. So we made the most of it. Look at that ice cream. It's almost as big as her head. That's my daughter Elsie. We also went camping, and that's the scene you can see below me. Behind me. That's where we went. We went to the Lake District, and it was gorgeous. We had lovely weather, and we had a great explore around the Lake District. And that's a picture of my daughter Elsie there, up there. She's pulling the canoe, and we had a ride on a rowing boat. We had a ride on a rowing boat on Lake Coniston in the Lake District. I've been growing some grapes. You can see my grapes there. They're finally ripening up. They're actually edible. They taste good. And also this summer, we got some kittens. I've always lived with cats. My last cat went to live with my mum and dad at the beginning of lockdown in March 2020, and hasn't come back, and he's never coming back. So what we've done is we've got some new cats. So those are the things that I've done this summer. Done lots of other things as well. Learned some new skills, but there we are. So I hope you have had the opportunity to do some great things as well. Right, so around school, here we are. There's some things that have been going on, some changes. I mentioned these in a video I did for you. I don't know if you watched it. If you haven't, I'll just refresh. So we've got some mounds on the playground. Also, lots of classrooms have been decorated, which is really nice. And also, we've got a water feature which is being built on the playground. It's for you to play with, so you can play with water. It's not finished yet. But hopefully it should be finished this week, and so next week you should be able to access it. So there's lots of things going on. What I would beg of you and ask of you is that you continue showing respect, and you show respect to the things that we've done in the school to make your school a nice place to be, and the money we spent, because these things, they do cost quite a lot of money to do, and so we do them so the school's better for you. Okay, so my assembly today. I don't know about you, but has anybody been walking in the woods? I like a nice walk in the woods. Woods at this time of year are beautiful places as well. Late summer woodland. The young birds are they've all left their nests, so there's quite a lot of young birds singing and chirping around. The leaves are coming to the end of their lives before they start to orange, and then they'll fall off in the winter. But that's what forests are like at the moment. And I love trees. I've always loved trees, and I've always been fascinated, and always wanted to have a tree in my house. And there's a way you can do that. It's called bonsai. Bonsai is a Japanese art where you look after trees, but you can keep them indoors, but you can make them miniature. I'll show you some pictures. These are 2 bonsai trees. These are alive. This one has actually got more than one bonsai tree. That's an award winner. But these bonsai trees, they're really, really old. You know, they're like 60, 70 years old. But they're small. They're like this big. But they look like fully grown trees. Amazing. And it is an art form. And what they do is that they have normal trees like you'd have outside, big trees, and they prune them, and they prune their roots, and they look after them with so much love, and that stunts their growth, and so they turn into these amazing miniature trees. Incredible. They're really hard to look after, and it is an art form. So these are 2. These are award winners. These are, and these 2 here, these would cost you thousands of pounds to buy, because of course they've taken thousands of hours to grow. Amazing. So my story today, it links to something that you're going to be doing in class as well. So my story today is called Alice's Little Tree, written and illustrated by Bob Graham, and we'll get started. It's about a girl who's got, you can see it there on the shelf, a bonsai tree. High up above the city on the 15th floor, a little tree grew. Its leaves fluttered in the breeze through the window, but it stood firm in its pot. It was a perfect little tree, and Alice was a perfect little baby. While Alice grew and grew, her mum cut leaves off the little tree to stop it growing too much. The little tree sat safely in its pot on the windowsill. The little tree's leaves turned brown in the autumn. Alex wriggled and kicked in her cot as she lay next to Darby the dog, made by her mum. The tree's branches were bare in winter. Alice sometimes had little bare legs too, while her wet clothes dried on the radiator. Next to them lay Big Boy, a large, soft toy egg made by her dad. When new leaves sprouted on the tree in the spring, Alice crawled like a little crab across the floor. In the summer, she stood up for a moment by the little tree. But then, down she came with a bump. Luckily, her nappy protected her. Alice said her first words while crossing the waste ground around the corner from the flat. "Car keys," she said. "Car keys," repeated Mum, dangling her bunch of keys in front of Alice. Alice bit hard on the keys. Her mum took them back, all wet and shiny. "I think she's getting more teeth," said Dad. For her second birthday, Alice's mum made her a city out of shoeboxes. Each building opened, and inside were paper people made by Dad. Paper clothes for the paper people were hanging from a washing line tied to the little tree. Alice's birthday cake was in the shape of a key. It had chocolate trickling down the sides. Soon everyone had chocolate all over their fingers and clothes. At Christmas, Alice helped to decorate the little tree with 6 coloured lights. Alice's present was in some bubble wrap. It was a box of cardboard figures for her cardboard city. She took out some of the figures and placed them under the tree. There was a man in a suit, a woman in a hurry, a railway porter, a goat, and a brown plastic bear. "But this is the best bit," said Dad. "You jump up and down on the plastic bubbles and make them go." Time passes and nothing stays the same. Alice grew bigger. She got new clothes, new shoes, new socks, a new school, and new friends at school. And a new baby sister called Kate. Kate slept in Alice's cot with a Big Boy and Darby the dog. The little tree had not got any bigger. It was still on the windowsill. One day, a pigeon tried to nest in the tiny tree. Baby Kate blinked as the bird flapped its wings. Then suddenly, the little tree fell to the floor. There it lay, with its roots in the air. The room went quiet. Dad picked up the little tree and said, "Follow me." They went down 15 floors to the street. Alice took a spoon, Mum took a broom, Dad took some water, and of course Baby Kate. They crossed the road. Dad moved all the rubbish to one corner of the waste ground. They made a hole with a spoon and they gently placed the tree in it. Mum watered the tree. The little plastic people that were at the base of the tree were then put in Alice's pocket. She set them down under the little tree. "Oh dear, that little tree's probably going to come to a sad end," said Dad. "Or maybe this is a happy beginning," said Mum. Alice was now tall enough to push the lift buttons herself. She liked the way they all lit up. That was long ago. Now Alice and Kate are grown up and have children of their own. They bring their children to see Grandma and Grandpa. They all meet under the little tree that has grown big at last, with birds' nests in its branches. The end. And that's the story. So, it's about a bonsai tree that was being kept small, but then it was planted outside and it grew big and created a beautiful thing in the local community. So I hope you enjoyed the story. You're going to be doing some work over the next few weeks about your environment, about the school, and about how we can make our school environment a better place by planting things. And so I thought this book was quite relevant to you. Okay, and from that little tree grows a big tree, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to plant some things around the school, which will make the school better in the long run. Okay, so I need to remind you, not too much I hope, but we need to remind you of our 3 shows: show integrity, show respect, and show excellence. We're going to be keeping a real close eye on people to make sure that you are showing integrity, respect and excellence around the school. We've got some new things on the playground for you to explore and enjoy, and we've got new ways so that you can access all the playground. So it'll be a bit different to last year where you were only allowed to play in one spot. So you've got more freedom in terms of your space, and you'll have more equipment to play with. And we need to see you doing the right thing, even when we're not watching. We need to see you showing respect to each other, but we also need to see you showing excellence in the way that you behave. So have a great first day. I'll see you around school. Take lots of care. Bye.